and also thinking about structure. So, memorizing an entire concerto, I've memorized probably tons of them, but like being able to memorize that and then go and then do like a pop song, like you can definitely like use those tools to help you.
That was when I was a young wee lad playing piano, that was my worst thing. I was technically okay, but I would do these recitals, and these were for like 30 people, and they're all moms and dads,
right,
and grandparents, and I would just, when it came to memorizing the whole piece, I would just freeze up.
Right.
It's so nerve-wracking.
Memorization, I definitely is very visual. I think I approach music in general in a very visual way, and I think you'll hear that when I play. But I think memorization, I memorize like a structure of a piece and a whole arc of the whole thing. So wherever I'm at, like I can find it in that arc.
So you think like high level?
Yeah. Like an overall, and then I'll also memorize like where I am on the page, so I can still see specific sections of like where it exists on the page, and it kind of helps you like pace yourself.
Wow. And
it's like stamina when you're playing is a big deal.
It's like photographic memory. Realm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting when you said that having a classical background informs the way that you perform in the pop world. It made me think, okay, is that because when someone uses violin, say, or any string instrument in that pop context, do you think that the reason for that is because it's like it's referencing the classical that it came from, like the roots and the origins of that texture?
It could. I think it depends on who's writing. I think, some people are extremely very knowledgeable on how to write for stringed instruments. I mean, it kind of like runs a gamut, but I think that I lost my train of thought.
But it some people are referencing that sound. Sometimes it's
some people are referencing it, some
different.
people aren't. But I think that music in general from the beginning of time has always built on itself. And I think in the last, as we got recorded music, and we got all that, building and bands, all that stuff, the birth of all these different genres, the kind of, when you look at the history of music in general, it's super interesting how, you can find Gregorian chants. I was talking about this just last week with James the composer, but with how Gregorian chants influence.
Shout out James.
Yeah. How that influences, pop music and pop writing. Yeah. So it's cool.
It's like that, like Wikipedia 6 degrees of separation game where you can find, if you start with, what is it, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon? You start with anything, and if you, with 6 clicks, you can always get to Kevin Bacon.
Oh, weird.
I don't know if that's true or not, but apparently it's possible.
Yeah.
So before we get to the music, we're going to listen to some music soon.
Yes.
But bringing that conversation into your music, your background's in classical, you've played all this pop music. How do you think you arrive at the type of music we're going to hear soon, which is, I'd probably describe it as kind of like it's somewhere in the neoclassical realm. Like it has the vibe of classical music, but it also is catchy. It also has like memorable melodies and hooks, and it just feels like, the fact that it's kind of loop based is very very 21st century.
Right.
How do you think you arrived there instead of just like doing going down the path of being a violin soloist for orchestras?
Well, I think that so I feel like I work well in melodies. Like I've always kind of had melodies pop into my head. I will make little songs out of just my daily activities, kind of. I don't know. But I
like
love,
in your head, you're just like doing errands and humming.
Okay. Like whatever. So I love working with melodies. So that kind of influence, and I think the violin does that. But anyway, I feel like I got to this because making very like emotional cinematic thing music. Like that's just kind of like where I tend to go. So I feel like with looping, I love the idea of looping because Mozart used looping a lot in naturally, like he'll repeat phrases multiple times, and why it's repeated the second time, it's not the same reason why it was introduced, and like how that changes. And I think that
Grandmaster Mozart.
Yeah, Grandmaster Mozart.
OG.
So I think like as you build, I like the idea of building on itself because I feel like I do that just in my life, and I feel like we do that as humans, but building and then just kind of creating something emotional and like, violin music. I also wanted to create something accessible and get people that maybe aren't totally down to listen to like a Beethoven sonata, which you totally should.
Shout out Beethoven.
To then, be like, oh, make it like approachable in that way. So
yeah, very interesting. That's when I play the record that we did together for people. By far the first thing people say is, wow, this sounds like a film score. Yeah, it sounds like it could be in a drama. And or, I think that's really interesting because like what does that even mean? Like the fact that we can listen to music and then associate it with video or like history or knowledge of film, that's pretty cool. It's cool to have done something that people then associate with the lexicon of film music. Right. I think that's a big compliment.
Yeah,
maybe.
Thank you.
I didn't say it.
Well, to them.
Okay, cool. So what are you gonna play for us today?
I'm gonna play a few songs. I'm gonna play 2 from Reverie, and then I'm gonna play 3 of the new ones. One of them I've been learning production and getting super into home recording, studio production, all that stuff. Over the past year, yeah, because of something, but
will not be named.
So like one of them I'm trying to incorporate these different ideas, but one of them like I'm using like a drum that I put into the track. I have it inside the looper right now.
This is new uncharted territory.
So it's like, it's using different, because I want to build upon like instruments being incorporated, but just me right now. So
okay,
yeah. So you'll see some of that. But
cool. All right. Well, we're gonna be back in a flash.
A second.
And with some music by Molly Fletcher.
Cool. So I don't know.
Okay. So quick change. Let's. That's fine. Just pull. Yeah, wherever it's kind of out of the frame.
up, everybody? We're gonna start out with 2 songs from Reverie, Train to Osaka, and then we'll go into Lucid Dreaming.
Woo!
Okay. All right. So, getting warmed up here, guys. Oh. So, Lucid Dreaming, I wrote this first. This was the first one that I ever wrote the melody, all of those things. And I feel like my dreams have influenced my life in so many different ways. It sounds corny, but I just feel like I work through things. They leave me feeling different ways, whatever. But yeah, so this is that. So I think we're gonna hop back in and do some more,
play a game.
Some getting to know me stuff.
All right, we'll be back in a second.
In a second. Okay, so
loosen everything.
Yeah, I know.
up.
Well, we've played a lot of games before, so this is gonna be.
This is no Jenga.
No, not Jenga. Okay. Are we live?
We're live. Okay. All right.
It's just so interesting. Like when preparing for a performance, I'm thinking of 4 million things having to do with
performance.
Yeah.
Like last February.
And and with my looping stuff, I've all these pieces, all the things that go into the different layers and where I go and when I stomp and whatever. So now adding in the kind of like live aspect, it's just like it's like a lot.
Yeah. It is a lot.
It's a lot. But
a lot's good.
We're making it work.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, you gotta I don't know what to say to that. It's a lot, guys.
It's a lot.
But it's a lot of love.
Thanks for everyone being here.
Yeah. So that was amazing. As
Thank
always,
you.
that was one of the most amazing performances I've heard ever. Because, I mean, it sounds a little bit better than Mercury Lounge here in this
Yeah,
studio.
it does sound better than Mercury Lounge here, but shout out to Mercury Lounge. I kind of miss it. I miss that box.
so miss Mercury Lounge.
I miss that box and those low ceilings. Like, I cannot wear heels in that venue because my bow will hit the ceiling. For real.
I can't tell if you're joking or not.
No, I'm not joking. If they got low ceilings. And Mercury Lounge sound is surprisingly not, it surprises me sometimes.
Yeah, it's good.
I've played shows there where, like, I might as well not have been playing because you couldn't hear it. And then, the show last August was, or August and a half ago, whatever.
Sounded great. And a half ago. Yeah. Shout out every live venue in New York. We hope you're going to be back very soon. We have some games that I haven't read any of these prompts yet. Our amazing intern / production assistant / stylist / plant
mom
decorator Hannah has come up with some over/under prompts and some would you rather prompts.
All right.
So, which do you want to start with?
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather's a great tour game as well.
So, our hope is that this helps everybody get inside the mind of Molly Fletcher.
Oh, I don't know. No, I'm kidding.
That's not where we want to be. Well, that's for you to decide. So, number 1, would you rather always have food between your teeth or have constant BO?
Oh. Like my BO?
I think it would be your...
Okay.
As opposed to like somebody else's BO rubbed off on you.
I think my BO... Well, I'll do the BO one because I don't have that. I'm not super...
I see what you're saying. This is a humble brag. You're saying you don't have... Your BO smells like roses.
It's not super... It's... I could deal with it. You could deal with always having BO because... you could deal with it.
Next question.
Okay.
Would you rather travel the world for free for a year or have $50,000 to spend however you please?
$50,000 to spend. Well, assuming that touring comes back, I'll take the 50 grand because then I'll tour. I'll tour.
Got it. Okay. Okay. This is a string for all of our string players in the audience.
Okay.
This one's for you.
Okay.
Would you rather have your sound post fall down or your bridge pop out in the middle of a performance, I'm assuming?
Okay. I'll take the bridge for sure because a sound post, you guys, the sound post is the thing inside of the violin. No one really sees it and not many people know about it unless you're...
That's a deep cut.
Right. So if you mess up your sound post, like your violin could be dead forever.
Just cave in on
if it's a bridge, I've actually when I was a little girl, I popped my bridge out in the bathtub once because I took my violin into the bathtub with me. My mom was like, "What?"
I think a lot of us can relate to that story, Molly.
Like it popped out. I also fell on my bridge once and popped it out, but. Got it. That's more manageable.
You're still here. You're alive. Your violin's
I'm alive.
Good. So we'll take that one.
Okay.
Would you rather have invisibility capabilities.
Okay.
Or the ability to read minds.
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe invisibility.
Why?
Because I don't think I want to know what everyone thinks.
Yes, amen.
Yeah.
Okay, another spooky one. Would you rather be eternally haunted by a ghost or become a ghost tomorrow and eternally haunt someone?
I feel like now we're really getting in my mind. I feel like the ghost one, I feel like I already, like, sometimes the ghost stuff, ghost stuff, I feel like I already have a connection with that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
I never knew that.
Just saying.
I'll keep that in mind.
No, so I feel like maybe I'll take no, actually, I think I would be interested in haunt, but I don't want to die now. So yeah, I feel like I will take the ghost for now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. One more.
Okay, one more.
Would you rather have a rewind or a pause button in your life? That's a good one.
Just
Hannah,
in
that's
general?
my favorite. That one's good.
Just forever? Or like, I could use the pause whenever?
Yes. You could press the pause button on life. Everything stops. It's kind of what we just
did. Maybe I'll take a rewind. I'll take a rewind. I've had some...
You want to redo?
Not just a rewind and replay, because I've had just some incredible experiences in my life, and I am so grateful to them, and I often replay them in my mind.
Okay.
A pause button, I definitely feel like we tested that out the last year.
Yeah, we kind of did have a pretty long pause button. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. That's it for Would You Rather. Moving right along to Over Under.
Okay.
This is going to be fast-paced. Getting through this. And then...
overrated, underrated, right?
So you just pick overrated or underrated.
Okay.
Based on this thing.
Right.
So we're going to fly through them. Brunch.
Overrated.
Okay. Calling people boss.
I think that's underrated. That's hilarious. I love it. What up, boss? Like, in the bodega, when you're like, what up, boss? Can I get a bacon, egg, and cheese?
I always say, honestly, like, that's the time I say it the most in the bodega. That's when you use the word
boss, is when you're getting a bacon, egg, and cheese.
What's up, boss?
What's up, boss?
What's your deli order, by the way?
Bacon, egg, and cheese. I had one this morning.
Ketchup?
No.
Hot sauce?
Sometimes.
Okay. Valentine's Day.
Oh, I like Valentine's Day. I think it's a little overrated, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meditation.
Underrated.
The moon.
Underrated.
Careful what you say.
Underrated.
Okay. Cars.
Depending on the car, some of them are overrated, but there's some that people don't know about that are kind of whatever.
Okay. The Beatles.
Oh, this one's so polarizing. I appreciate they're definitely not underrated. Sometimes they're overrated.
You can say properly rated if you'd like.
Properly rated. Okay.
Not to force your hand or anything.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
This one's spicy. Young Joe Biden.
I don't know what young Joe Biden looks like.
You don't?
No.
Oh, you're missing out, girl.
No.
Babies.
Oh, I think
I think that said it all.
Okay. I think, well, what I will say is sometimes people, when you don't know the baby and they won't stop talking about the baby, sometimes you're like, okay, the baby's great, love the baby.
Love the baby, but shut up. Shut up about the baby.
Not necessarily the baby, but the baby banter. Baby banter is often overrated.
Okay.
To me.
Steely Dan.
Properly rated.
Recycling.
Properly rated, yeah. We need to recycle.
AirPods.
Oh, those are great. I like
That's not
them.
the question, Molly.
Overrated, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carson Daly.
Oh, Carson Daly's forever G. Like, yeah, we like him.
TRL.
TRL, like...
Total Request Live.
And actually, the last live show that I ever played, Carson Daly was there because it was the Today Show with Louis Tomlinson, and we did it, and Carson Daly was there. And I remember seeing him in person
Mm-hmm.
and being like, oh my God. Like, I would watch TRL after school, came on at like 3:30 every day, channel 23. MTV,
Yep.
and like I loved TRL. So Carson, seeing him there and like playing on the, and him introducing Louis Tomlinson while we played was like so like full circle moment. So.
I'm also glad that we're talking about Carson Daly because as much of a shit show this was when we started, I think he has an even worse late night show.
Which
he has the worst.
I don't think it airs anymore.
Oh, I hope not.
One of my bands back in the day was on Late Night with Carson Daly. I think he played our music video like in 2014, I think.
Well, that's cool that he did that.
Yeah.
I take it back.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
That was a great show. Almond milk.
Well, I can't have nuts, so.
Is that right?
Yeah, overrated.
Forgot about that. Any nut.
I think like cashews are okay, but almonds like and yeah.
All right. Jesus Christ. Let's not.
Yeah, we're
Should
not.
we?
No.
No. Okay, turning the tables. Friends with pools.
Oh, always. Those are great. I love friends with pools.
So
underrated.
Because
having a pool is a lot of work.
Okay, but having a friend with a pool.
Great.
Awesome. Water. Don't know what to say to that one. Under. Overrated.
Forever.
It's good.
Properly rated.
Okay, last one. Physical exercise.
Well, no, it's pretty hyped up. Properly rated. I think physical exercise is key.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Cool.
We're going to hear some more music.
All right,
What's next?
We're going to play Things I Never Told You. New one. We're going to go to 2 new ones right now. The last 3 actually are all new. Are we going to do 3 now or 2 now? Because I have 3 more.
Let's hear them all.
So we're going to do Things I Never Told You.
Okay. That's
a new one. So recorded. We're going to get that out to you guys soon. Joyride, which is the new one with the drum, and then True Colors, which is just super fun. So we'll do that.
Awesome. Okay.
We'll crank out these last 3 songs.
See you in a sec.
All right. Okay. This is the first time I've played with in-ears with this. I mean, obviously I've played with in-ears before, but this is my first time playing it with my looping.
With the pedals?
With the pedals, yeah. Wow. Well, I practiced it, but usually I use headphones. Or actually I use a monitor, but whatever.
Amazing.
Okay. Things I never told you. the hair just right. Joyride. Joyride. I wrote this song this summer. And yeah.
This summer. When was this summer?
This last summer.
Oh, this last summer.
Yeah.
That's right. Forgot my time is messed up.
Yeah, I don't know about time. Okay. play. Me and my team here. The last song. And thank you guys so much for being here. I think maybe I'll pop on with Lane after this last song, but thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in and hanging out in the chat room, which I heard is popping off.
Word on the street.
Word on the street. Yeah, it really means a lot. Thank you guys so much. Okay. The song is called True Colors. And it's about seeing... A lot of times when people say they see someone's true colors, it's like a negative thing. But I feel like this is kind of reclaiming that and finding the true colors in people that are beautiful and amazing, as well as inside yourself. So, yeah. And in the world around us. All right.
It's live.
It's live.
That's how we do it live.
It was my shoe didn't like fully hit the pedal. So okay. Here's the thing. I was thinking about the mic and I didn't want the shoe to be too loud, so I was like gently touching it, and it didn't. Tell us
what it is?
Yeah. So I have 3 channels here, and starts and stops and stuff. But these pedals are very sensitive, so I like to play with boots because it helps with the pedals, but at the same time, you have to really give it a push.
You gotta stomp it.
Yeah, you can't do a gentle push, which that's what I did. It didn't hit. Anyway, all right. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Cool. We'll go back for one more little.
All right, let's
mini
do it.
segment. Why not?
Thank you, Molly. That was incredible. We are so grateful to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Sound amazing as always.
Thank you.
We're going to ask our audience.
Ask the audience.
For some questions. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions?
Put them in the chat. We got YouTube and we got Instagram Live. So
yeah.
What do you guys want to know? This is why we do a live.
Yeah.
This is so exciting.
Yeah, I don't know what they want to know.
Has anybody said anything?
I saw.
Do you often play in heels?
It's a great question.
I love playing in heels. I don't like to play in very large heels if I'm doing December 2019 I played Brook Concerto with Chelsea Symphony, and that I wore very low shoes because sometimes it could get my balance off. This is about but if I'm not playing classical music, then I'm more likely to wear heels. I've definitely performed in lots of of course, like a million, like on platforms and heels, like on moving platforms. I did this show in Los Angeles where we were on these like 15-foot ladders that the dancers were moving us around.
Whoa. Me
and one other violinist, and so I was up on this moving platform in heels, and this whole thing. It was really cool.
Wow.
There's video.
Okay. Yeah. We'll check that out. We'll put that in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Jenga or Uno?
Jenga or Uno? Maybe Jenga, because like Uno, the last time I played it, I just really couldn't get it. Like it was like the wild cards, like what was considered wild and what was just like a cool looking card and if you pass or not. But I was also really, really hot when I played it, so I'm not sure if. And I had banged my head, so.
So this might have been slightly concussion induced confusion about the game.
Jenga's cool. Jenga's cool.
Okay. So Uno a little too advanced.
Yeah, too advanced for me. Okay.
Jenga.
Did we get any other cool questions?
What else you guys got?
How often will you be doing this?
That's a great question. Every Friday at 7 p.m.
Not me, though.
Not Molly every week, but Molly's coming back in 2 weeks from today with our friend B.
Yep, DJ B.
DJ
Honey
extraordinaire, Honey B.
We're going to do a cool duo
live set
that we've been developing.
You have?
We've been developing on it? Yeah.
Amazing. I don't think I've ever heard a live set with a DJ and violin.
Yeah.
So excited.
Yeah, it's fun.
Cool. All right, what else you guys got in the chat? There's like 29 of you out there. I know you guys have some burning questions for us, for Molly. I'm just the messenger.
All right.
Anything up there?
Just says thank you for sharing your music.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Okay. Well, it's great to be back.
Well, we are so happy to have you back, and can't wait for
incoming.
Christopher Ray would like to know, what's the story of your violin? Where did you get it, and how long have you had it?
Oh, what a great question from Chris.
For those who couldn't hear, Christopher said, what's the story of your violin? Where did you get it, and how long have you had it?
Okay, so my violin is a French, made in 1899. French, it was made in Paris by Colin Mazen, and I got it, oh my gosh, I got it many years ago.
A while back. And it's definitely like a part of me. If I don't have my violin with me, like sometimes I get kind of like anxious. I've witnessed this.
Yeah.
A lot of anxiety
as
soon as there's any kind of separation between you and the violin.
If any non-controlled separation, I get anxiety. It's but no, it's from France, and I wish it was made in 1899. So I really wish I knew like who played it before, where, what music was played on it. I mean, I've taken it around Europe. I took it back to Paris. And there's actually an inscription on the inside with the address. So I took it back to that address of where the luthier had or
my
comments
gosh.
that they had made it. It's obviously
And
something.
what was there?
It's something different now, but
Did you talk to them?
No,
and tell them?
it's not even like it was just the address. It was not affiliated with the violin in any way at that point, but
Sure.
it was just cool to kind of like take it back there,
Back home.
yeah.
Wow.
It's
Amazing.
yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Well,
Chris.
Chris is super smart. Chris is really smart.
Okay.
James Shepard,
James Shepard.
James Shepard.
what's your favorite string on the violin?
Wow.
My G string.
G string is a favorite string.
Mm-hmm.
Why? That's Josh on the decks back
Josh, shout out to Josh for handling all of the sound tech
there.
stuff.
He's
Anyway,
fast. He's fast.
He's fast.
Fast fingers.
Funny, y'all. So the G string, my lower register has a very
Just so people know, is the G string the lowest string on the
G
violin?
string's the,
Okay.
the lowest one. I like this sound that it makes. I like the tone of yeah. I like playing on the G string. My violin really comes alive there. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great question. Shout out to James Shepard.
Yeah, thank you, James.
And Daphne always are going to be joining us next week.
Next week, James and
for
Daphne.
Our moon show. Also, we don't really have a name for this yet. So if anybody has any good ideas, put them in our Instagram or message us, whatever. We need
Yeah.
a name for this show.
Yeah, we do.
So yeah, keep brainstorming out there.
Yeah.
You got one?
Who are your favorite people to perform with from Keith?
Oh,
Who are your favorite people to perform with from Heath?
Keith.
Thank you, Keith.
What up, Keith? Oh man, I think I'm gonna answer this question a little bit more, like big picture, and I like performing with people that are just as passionate about the performance as I am. People that are ready to perform and give their all and give their best. Like playing in an orchestra, playing on stage, playing pop bands, whatever. Like if everybody's not 100% there, it comes out in the performance, and it's just like not fun at all. So
Yeah.
when you play with a group, it's like I like playing with people that are all in,
Passionate people. Leave it
people.
all on the stage.
Leave it all on the stage.
Love that. Okay.
We
And we got time for 2 more questions.
2 more questions.
All right, coming from Raul Garcia.
Raul.
Do you ever imagine words for your songs?
Oh, good question. Do you ever imagine words for your songs?
No. No. I imagine colors, I imagine feelings, shapes, memories, like all that stuff, but I can't
Wow.
say that I really think in words. Lyrical writing for me is not my strong suit at all. I think writing in general is like songwriting is lyrically is like really amazing, the way that singers and stuff can really use words in such a really cool way. I've had the opportunity to work with some amazing songwriters and lyricists, and I'm always blown away at their ability to like, you know, shape things with words. But I'm not good at it, but I don't know. I mean, it's funny because when I think of the titles for my songs, that comes like immediately. So, and those are words.
Do you think you'll ever work with a lyricist or a songwriter in your musical career?
I think it's coming. I'm working on my own vocals a little bit, which is very new, and I'm like, I'm easing into it because I get nervous about it, as you can see.
It's a process.
Yeah.
And that's great words of encouragement for young musicians. I mean, often in a more pop world, you know, it can feel like you need to be a wordsmith always, but there's so many different roles that you can do to be involved in the music.
Yeah, and on that, more of like not having words in my songs. I think sometimes as a violinist, and one push for making this project was the fact that I wanted to, you know, a lot of times violinists are backing up vocalists and backing things up, and I wanted to show that it can stand on its own and be, you know, tell you a story without necessarily saying the story verbally.
Sure. And just leaning into your strong suit is such a great lesson. I think you do that wonderfully because you play the heck out of the violin, and, and that's what you do. So
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last question.
Any more?
Somebody really wants you to play Fire Island.
Oh my gosh. So
Wow.
Fire Island is a deep cut from Quarantine.
I remember this.
I think
this is the start of your potential DJ
okay,
career,
so
I believe.
I just totally like forgot about Fire Island. Shout out to Fire Island, whoever said that.
Mm-hmm.
Fire Island was a song that I wrote actually with lyrics, and I sang it. And it's about Fire Island, and I wrote it like I think in April or March or April, but it was, you know, when I was definitely in my apartment for far too long.
Were you just dreaming
by
about Fire
myself.
Island, or
so,
have you gone to
everybody was
Fire
talking
Island
about Fire
recently?
Island. Like, I've never been to Fire Island. So that's the whole hook of the song is I've never been to Fire Island, but I want to go. So it's...
Same here. If anybody has a invite or a ticket to Fire Island...
I think I know some people.
Okay.
I think Chris might know.
All right.
How to get to Fire Island.
We're being told to come in closer.
But yeah, so Fire Island is actually, yeah, that's my first song that I guess that I wrote completely with words, and I'm like afraid to put it out because it's, I don't know.
Well, that's what we're doing here tonight. We're overcoming our fears. This is all new territory. We're all a little bit nervous and on edge, but that's why we're doing it, because that's what this year is going to be about.
Yes.
Just trying new things, getting out there, putting yourself out there, and connecting. So, quick word, we are coming at you safely. We're all tested up, COVID rapid tested. For anybody wondering, the studio has been taking extreme precaution and doing it very smart. I'm very proud of the team here at Moon for killing it. Shout out Josh back there in the control room on the decks. Ryan over here on the cameras, Hannah up there on the Instagram live, and the amazing game prompts.
Set sign.
And we'll be back here next Friday at 7 p.m. Final plug, Molly, where can we listen to your music, or where do you want us to go to support you?
Anywhere you stream it, you can Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, really just to get you listening.
Just search for Molly Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining.
Thank you guys so much.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
With James Shepard and Daphne Always.
Woo!
All right.